Hi folks, welcome to another review. At the moment I'm at home, I'm isolating because I've got the COVID. I've nearly finished me time, so it'll be Freedom Day soon. But anyway, while I'm at home I've been doing a few jobs and I've done a couple of reviews on the other stuff, so I thought I'd do a bit of a review on the Gopro Hero 10 and a bit about the Hero 9. Now, my story starts that I bought the Hero 10 from Argos a few months ago. First time I've had a GoPro, all excited. Although they don't zoom like my Sony, I thought it'd be handy for me videoing. And I got it, I was quite surprised how rubbish it was. The actual video quality, good, photos, good. But the actual GoPro itself had that many things go wrong. It wouldn't charge up proper, it kept cutting out, it was absolutely terrible. So I got in touch with the GoPro help. They wasn't very helpful, but I went back to Argos where I got it from in Redditch where I live. Sure enough, they changed it and another one. So I thought great, so I got the next one. To be honest, it was exactly the same as the first one, load of rubbish. So I very disappointed, but of course I was going away. I went to Torquay for a trip and I paid to go on a train. It was the last one really of the year, that particular train, and I was out the window filming and everything. Filmed it at the station. Luckily I used my Sony as well. Anyway, I got back and it said card error and I lost all the footage. Very disappointed with that. So anyway, cutting a long story short, I got in touch with GoPro and I sent it back, and in the meantime I bought a used Hero 9, and the idea was that I could have possibly sent that back. So I got it off CX, you have 14 days. But I sent this to GoPro, and we're in the UK, and you have to, because we're out the EU, you send it off, and you have to have a special forms. I had everything what they asked, sent it off, and it got returned back to me, saying something to do with the customs. So anyway, so I sent it back again to them, but by that time my 14 days had run out with the GoPro 9. I did have a couple of issues with the GoPro 9 to do with the memory card. It said card error, but then it would write itself, so I switched to the Samsung cards, and since then I've had no card error problems with the 9 or the 10. It seemed to be the SanDisk cards were the problem. I know I had one fake one off eBay. It would work on my Canon cameras, perfect on the 1DX2, 5D4, video, everything. But these must be very sensitive to the memory cards, and it soon knew it was a fake one and it wouldn't have it. So I sent that back. I bought a genuine one from Argos, and I even bought a genuine SanDisk one from Amazon. I'm still having trouble, so that's when I went to the Samsung, which solved that problem. So anyway, the third GoPro arrived. I'm not saying it's perfect, it has got some faults. Some of the things are that sometimes when I go to switch it on, it won't come on. You've got to hold the button down for ages to try and get it to go. It's awkward to take the battery out when you've got a medium mod on. The problem is, if you're usually with video or photography, a lot of times you see something and you've got to act quick. With my Sony I use the AX53, which I'm using, I've got it here, you can see I'm just tilting down to the GoPro with it up there. That's a 9. I've got it going above me. I'm getting a bit closer so you can, I've put a few clips in from above. So with the Sony, straight away it's on in seconds, and it's always does what it says on the tin, works perfect. The Hero 9, I haven't had any problems with that, apart from when I had the first card issues, because actually when I got it from CX, I switched it on, it said memory card error. There was a card come, I thought, well, that's good, but it got error on it. But so once I got rid of those SanDisk cards, the card error problem has gone away. But anyway, so this one come back the 10. It's not perfect. It does play up. Basically, if I take a photo, sometimes it'll just freeze up, or even when I'm videoing occasionally it will just stop working. Also sometimes when I've got the Rode Go connected to it, when I do the voice control to turn it on, it won't come on, then it writes itself. So there's a few faults with it now, but nothing like the first two, which to me, GoPro, they should have stuff quality controlled and tested, you know, to make sure they're working, you know, when you get them. Now back to the GoPro, I'm just going to switch it on, see if it's going to come on. Probably will now. Yes, it's on. So I'm just going to try and start again. Right, yeah, so there's the screen, what you get. Now it is quite I'm not going to do too much into the technical stuff, where you can flick it down like that and you've got different things, voice on and off, different settings to turn the front of the camera on and off. You strike it across and you've got your wireless connections and you've got your preferences there. Reset your card. Always, if you put a memory card in, always format it from there. If you put a brand new card in, you've been used under the camera, I always format the card and I've had no problems. Now I've got the let's come back down here. I'm just going to turn it off. I've got the Enduro battery in this one here, in the Hero 10. It does last a little bit long, because this one does use a lot more battery than the 9. So I bought that. I don't know why they didn't supply them with the GoPro 10, because what it is, it's got double the power of the 9. And obviously they've put the same battery on. Obviously there's going to be some, you know, it ain't going to be as good, and it's not. But anyway, so I've got the 9, Enduro battery, and that seems to be working all right. So if you want to do it for filming, as long as you're not doing it professionally, say if you was going to a wedding, which I did use these two at a wedding, but they were what we call B-roll in the background, so it didn't matter that much. But if you're doing something professionally, you can't rely on the 10, because it will let you down. There's lots of other people do reviews, and they all have similar faults to me, you know, with the 10. Let's say the 9, that doesn't really give me any faults at all. Now what I'm going to do now is I'll switch it on, see if it's going to not play me up. Let's see what mode I'm in. I think I'm in the cinematic mode. Let's put it to the standard. Now I wear contact lenses, but I've only got the one in at the moment. That's another story. I've had a cornea graft done on this eye, which is not a very nice thing to have done, but I don't know if it's the COVID or whatever, but this eye's been a bit sore, so I've took the lens and I've got me goggles here. But anyway, so this I'm just going to do a little shot of myself now with the 10, and I'll do the same with the 9, and we can see if we can see any difference when I put it on. So I've got my studio lights on, so we'll go GoPro start recording, and it's on. So this is a little test shot with the Hero 10. Thank you very much for working this time. I'm going to switch off now. GoPro stop recording. It's behaved. I have found that because you've got a horizon level, which it's on this. I'm just going to turn it off. I have found that if you've got a horizon level on and you're leaning, you see a plant or a flower, then it starts playing up. So that does give you some problems on that. Now let's try the 9. Now, give it the press if it's going to come on. Yeah, Yeah, oh yeah, we're on. I think it's making a few noises. Yeah, Hero 9, just giving a few things. Check we're on the same standard. You know, I know we're pretty well the same settings. So, GoPro start recording. Yeah, hi folks, this is the Hero 9. Just doing a little test, and thank you very much. See if it's going to go off. GoPro stop recording. Yeah, it's gone off. I'm just going to check I'm on the same settings completely. Yes, I'm going to try this one because I did adjust the exposure on this when I was on a walk the other day. Yeah, I think we're on the same, so it should be about the same. The one other thing which in the UK you've got on these GoPros, you've got anti-flicker. Some cameras have got like a built-in anti-flicker, so you won't have the problem. But with these, it says on the tin, on the box, you've got 120 frames a second. You have in America, but if you try and use it in England, but most of the time you may be outside, but there is a case when you are indoors or whatever, you can't use the 120 frames seconds here, because all you do is it's like strobe lights. And I know one or two people, I can soon tell a GoPro, you know, when I'm watching a video, because you can see the lights flashing. So what you have to do, go into the settings, the anti-flicker, and put it from 50 to 60, and I think that's the way. I'll just double check, but I'm pretty certain that's the way. Anyway, so it's the NTS and PAL. But what happens then is you don't get 120 frames a second, you get 100. But what they've done is they've give you 24 frames a second. It seems to be you got 24 frames a second in the 50 or the 60 hertz, which is the anti-flicker. And if you have it in 24, when you've got any lights, you do get the flickering, so beware of that. So would I buy the GoPro 10? Well, the answer is, if I had a 9, I wouldn't. If I hadn't, you know, I always like to get the latest stuff. Something about me, that's the way I am, which doesn't always pay to do that, but something, that's what I'm like. So if I hadn't got, if I'd got the Hero 9 now, I wouldn't have bothered with the 10, but unfortunately I bought that first. It is a great little camera. When it's working, I can't fault it, but you can't rely on it, because it will let you down, and that's an honest, being honest. I'm not getting paid for this review, but if I was, I'd tell the same. It's unreliable. It is better, you know, so it's had a few updates, and the third one has been a lot better than the other two. It does charge to 100%, where the others wouldn't. They would charge to from between 70 and 80, and they'll just cut out or just flatten the battery. So that works all right. And you know, I say the quality when you're out and about, when they're working, they're perfect. But there has been instances where I've seen someone and I thought I'll just get a quick shot with the GoPro. Well, you know, it's embarrassing when you're pressing it and messing around and it don't work. But normally I've got the Sony with me, so I can flick that on and get the shots. So yeah, so I think that's about it. So I'm just going to put these, if I can, up to here so you can see the two, the back and just a flick round. So they're exactly the same. The media mods fit on. Now, very quickly about the media mods, I bought one and it packed up, so I bought another one, and I got in touch with GoPro and they said send it back. What I had to do was take a picture of the serial number. I had to do a video showing them that when it's not working. I've done everything they said, and I sent it to GoPro. I never heard, that's 2 months ago, say they never bothered to contact me back. and I was fed up of ringing that helpline. You leave your number and they don't call you, then they call you and there's no one on the other end. It's a waste of time. So anyway, I retried it again after I hadn't used it a bit. It started working. So far now it's working. So it doesn't, I don't mind, so I've got the 2 on there. But as I say, with the support, going back to them quickly, when I sent this one back, or the second one, they said to me over the phone, you'll get it, it'll be 14 days turnaround. I said, okay. I said, I'm going on holiday, I wouldn't mind it back in that. So once I sent it off, they sent me an email, thank you for sending it to us. You'll get it back within 28 days. He said, for the first 7 days we can't open the box, we've got to quarantine it because of COVID. I thought, great. He said, we will send you an email when it's going to be shipped out on UPS. Anyway, I sent it off whatever day it was. Then the following day, nothing. Then the next day, out of the blue, the UPS bloke was at the door with the GoPro. I did send the other one in its the box, which I bought it from, the little case with a few accessories in. I didn't get them back. I just got another one. So and I never got an email to say we're sending it you out, be there. UPS never sent me a message to say what time it was arriving or anything. So I found the GoPro service not very good. So quick sum up again, the GoPro, great video and stabilizations, fantastic, slow motion's good. You know, I haven't had any trouble with overheating, but I don't film for that long. I do mainly start using the Rode Wireless Go because, again, it's got the media mod, which is the microphones ain't bad. There's one at the front, one at the back. You start doing your video, good morning, good evening, whatever you want to say. Then you start turning it around and say, oh, that's good there, this, that and the other. When you put it to listen to the sound, because you haven't told the mic, gone into the settings, switched it to the back one, then the audio is rubbish. So, and I keep thinking I was going to try and design something to tell me, but I give up in the end. So that's the trouble, you can't sort of rely on that so much. So what I use is the Rode Wireless Go 2. And that's also, I've done a review on that which will be on before this one. And with the Rode, very quickly, the good thing with that is as soon as you put it on, it starts recording straight away 7 hours broadcast quality video. So what I'm going to do when it's raining, I'm going to take this media mod off because it's not waterproof, but the GoPro is. I can go out filming, okay, I'll have the umbrella up, but you get rain, I can keep it clean. I haven't got to worry because I'll have the mic tucked away. That'll record all my sound, it'll record on here. It's not bad, the sound, but if it's no good, then I've got a complete backup, you know, which is going to be fantastic. So I have used it a few times, the recording so far, and I've been well happy with the Rode Wireless Go 2, so I just thought I'd mention that. I have mentioned before, I use the Ulanzi magnetic little things. So far they've been alright. The thing is with this GoPro 10, buying it from Argos, I think it's up to about 4-year warranty. I paid extra. If I drop it, they replace it. My Sony AX53, I was going along on my bike, very quickly tell you this, and mountain pass, and I was pushing my bike and I got the camera. It's before I had the GoPro. I said, whatever you do, don't ride your bikes along here. What did I do? I decided to get on the bike. I went a few feet, fell off in some bushes, there was a big drop. Switched the camera on, it worked. This is the Sony, tried it again, so it was rattling inside, it was no good. So luckily on that holiday I brought the spare Sony, because people who don't know, I have 2 of everything or more, so I had the spare one, which is up there. So yeah, so I used the spare one, sent it back. through the Argos warranty anyway. It took a little bit of time, but I was surprised. They sent me a brand new camera and a battery, which I didn't send the old battery because of this lithium thing when you're posting. So the batteries are about £50, so that's what the warranty costs. So I've done well on a brand new camera, because the other one was well battered, because I was doing a lot of motocross photography. If you're into motocross, if you check back on my channel, there is some video from the motocross which I used to do, but I've stopped doing. I'm doing a little bit of motocross photography, but the clubs I was doing it for, they weren't treating me very well, so I decided let someone else do it. So that's my motto. If you're not happy, it's like if you're in a job and you're not happy, you have to leave unless you need it for the money. If you're in a relationship and you're not happy, you split up. Well, I was doing that motocross photography, I weren't happy, so I packed it in. I'm still doing a bit, but not the main stuff that I've done. To be honest, I don't miss it, getting all the dust down me and getting run over and everything. It's a hard day, so I'm glad I'm not. Anyway, so I think that's enough of me rattling on. Thanks everyone for joining me on the review. And say I'm done this basically because I'm isolating, and it's just nice to be do something rather than sitting around the house all day. So I might do another one on my studio lights, or show you my studio. I've got all the strobe lights for photography, and I've got LED which I'm using for my video. It's surprising how much equipment you do collect, but if you love photography and video, it's your passion, it don't hurt. So anyway, before I say any more, don't forget to like and subscribe, and appreciate that, folks. I've gone on a little bit, but I appreciate you joining me on this, and we'll see you on another video. Bye folks, bye.